Hi everyone, it's Mish here, and today we are going to be doing week 35 of the Margarete Miller Challenge. I will be working in my Moleskine, which I've had to extend the spine, and it is getting very full. So this week is going to be a flower, a postal item, something written in your non-dominant hand, security envelope design, lace, and bonus is a sheet music. So for this week, theme in my head is kind of Victorian. I've been doing some stuff in a Victorian junk journal, so I kind of got that on my mind. And collage is basically just getting a number of items together and forming some kind of layout or scene. And there's all kinds of ways to do it. I've done some surreal stuff, more layered effect, just travel memories. I really loved that one. If you haven't seen some of my past ones, some of them are a little bit sketchy, but there are some good ones there. So for this collage, I want to go kind of Victorian and what I might see kind of in a Victorian junk journal or collage. So I just want to start with some background images. So kind of along the floral flower scene, I have this little piece of paper. I'm just going to, for the most part, use my glue. And I do like to create a little tuck spot for my prompts so that in later days when I want to kind of check out what I've done, I can just pull that prompt out. So I kind of want that up. And then I just went to some of my scraps of paper. I've just had a bunch of just scrap stuff to help me with my background. I did want to use some of this security envelope. I don't want all of that. I think I'm just going to use just a bit of that. So I've got two different patterns. I have this one and then one for the other side. So get that tacked down. It's very nice and cool here today. It's a lovely temperature after all that heat and humidity that we've been having. And then I've got some darker, this kind of reminds me of the Victorian era, the kind of dark florals, everything very heavily floraled. And I can imagine not only visually was it very floraled, but it smells, I imagine. So for the one of the postal items, and for the sheet music, I kind of combined and I made a little envelope. Okay, so basically just take a square of paper and score it evenly around the sides. So I got that, and I'm just going to glue down the edges here to create this envelope. And maybe I am pretty sure the Victorian ladies probably actually did this. And then for a piece of lace, I'm going to use a bit of lace doily on the underneath the envelope. So we'll layer that up around there. And then thought that would go there. But I wanted a bit of floral peeking out if you closed it. So I think I'll stick that about there. Before I like it like that. Before I tack the envelope down. So just going to tack that right down. You could use it, if you're doing an actual junk journal, you could use that, create a pocket in the back there, but I think this is fine. And then something in my non-dominant hand, I wrote a letter to myself, dear self, and I thought that I would put that in my envelope. And then to decorate it, I have another little piece of lace. Excuse me for... And I have another flower. I think that's one of the Tim Holtz ephemeras. I find I like them, but I don't use them a lot. So I thought I'm going to use that up. And we'll just put a little bit on our piece of lace and our flower here. Sometimes Fabri-Tac is good for material and things that are glossy or plastic or something that are harder to stick down. Okay, so we've got that going there. Get that going on. And then on the other side, I want it to, again, do some layering. So I'm just going to put some of this postal envelope. You can hear Chester. As soon as I get on a video, he thinks he needs to participate. Chester? What? Are you all right? No. He's a ginger and he's talks all the time. And he's been fed, watered, cuddled. His litter box is clean. What more could he possibly want? All right. Okay, so we've got the background down there. I can tack this a little better. My book is definitely not lying flat, that's for sure. And then I just wanted to put another piece of lace on that side to kind of give it a little bit of symmetry. So I thought I would get that down. And I'm not really worried about the bottom bit lying flat, because that gives it a little bit of dimension. And then I've got this postcard. It was part of a DigiKit, and I can't think right now, sorry, where this came from, but I'm thinking it was My Porch Prints. If that's wrong, I really do apologize. I've got quite a few DigiKit images. Actually, I want to put that, I want to straighten that up a little bit. Okay, and then I have a little postage stamp, which of course would go along the postal and floral and my Victorian theme. So we have flowers, we have postal items, something in my hand, security envelopes, we have lace and sheet music. Okay, so we've got all our required elements down. And so this is the part I like a lot, is just doing a little bit of embellishing. So I've got some little postal kind of stamp, like, I don't even know where I got this. I had it for a while. So I thought maybe we could just do a little bit of stamping. I'm just using my good old Ranger archival ink pad, and I always like to stamp off just to see what kind of image that I'm getting. So let's cancel that stamp over there. Maybe that came from Florence, that did. And I mean, obviously this isn't going to be realistic because you wouldn't have a canceled stamp on inside of an envelope, but you know, it's for visual effect. I always clean off my stamps just with a little bit of a baby wipe. And then I like these little squiggly lines, so we'll get some of them on there. And we'll cancel that right there. And then maybe we'll put some squiggly wigglies up here. And I'll just get a different a different one of these cancel stamps. This one here says, I've used this many times, positive postage. So we have to stay positive. Sometimes it is very difficult. I've been enjoying the other people that are doing the collage. Susan over at Susan, I don't want to say it wrong, Gazaway. I'm sorry, Susan. Debbie at My Vagabond Style, and Barbie over at Nellie and Ruth Designs. And I'm sure there's more of you, so if you're doing the challenge too, you know, put a comment down below so we can zoom over and have a look at yours. You can also search for people using the hashtag 2023 CWP and then whatever the week, so 35. So if you do that, you can also find other people who are doing the challenge. I really love your comments, so thank you very much for leaving those and for subscribing. It does mean a lot to me. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel, so it's all good. I've not been at it long, so some of the videos when I first started the challenge, I look back and I think they're kind of awkward and kind of sometimes for me kind of a bit difficult to watch, but they definitely have gotten better. I think I'm good with that. I didn't want to really like throw a lot of stuff, but I do have a couple sticker pads that I often pull out, and I'm kind of thinking I might want something just on that piece of paper, on that on my little letter to myself. What about something kind of with a little gold? Might work. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks nice. So I'm good with that. Short but sweet this week. Some weeks I find them very difficult. Sometimes they all just kind of come together. So there's my collage for today. And I hope you guys have a great week, that good things come to you, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.